The gavel hadn't even struck the bench yet when Elon Musk leaned toward his attorney and whispered, "The judge isn't even pretending to hide it anymore." What followed was a legal nightmare no one predicted. A judge accused of bribery, a prosecution team tied to corporate back channels, and at the center of it all, Karoline Leavitt, who uncovered a scandal so deep it didn't just flip a case, it shook the entire system. You're about to see exactly what happened inside that courtroom, step by step, how it was exposed, and how one document shattered everything. But the public fallout was just the beginning. What happened behind the scenes over the next 72 hours was even more explosive. Karoline Leavitt, now at the center of a national firestorm, was fielding interview requests from every major network. But she didn't want airtime. She wanted accountability. So she doubled down. Her next report dropped like a hammer. This wasn't just about Judge Langford. It wasn't just about Daniel Forsyth. It wasn't even just about Elon Musk. This was about a pattern. Karoline had found evidence that linked Langford to two other corporate cases over the past 5 years. Cases where similarly questionable rulings had benefited major energy firms. The same firms lobbying against Musk's clean tech ventures. And those same firms? Their legal teams had ties to the same shell companies that funneled payments into Langford's family trust. It was a web, complex, layered, and deliberate. She published everything: charts, names, dates, transfers. It was no longer a theory. It was a blueprint of corruption, and the nation took notice. Elon Musk was asked if he planned to sue for damages. He waved it off. This was never about money, he told CNBC. This was about showing how broken the system is, and about the people brave enough to expose it. The Department of Justice launched an official task force. Senators demanded hearings. The legal world was on fire. Forsyth was suspended by the bar. Langford's assets were frozen. And the public? They weren't just angry. They were awake. Words like judicial corruption, legal system scandal, exposing bribery, and Elon Musk lawsuit began trending worldwide. But while the storm raged, Karoline Leavitt stayed calm. She kept working. One late night, a package arrived at her door. No return label. Just a USB drive and a handwritten note. "You've only scratched the surface." The files inside? Dozens of emails between Forsyth and other judges, code words, payments, case swaps. This wasn't one scandal. It was an entire underground network of influence. And Elon Musk? He wasn't the only target. Others were in line. Startups, whistleblowers, inventors challenging the status quo. They were all being quietly crushed, until now. Karoline's new report revealed the scope. She named names, exposed a list of 23 judges who'd received similar family trust deposits. She identified 6 law firms and 3 lobbying groups operating under one directive: keep innovation in check when it threatens old money. The public erupted. Protests spread to courthouses in 5 states. The DOJ expanded their probe. And Langford? He flipped. Facing decades behind bars, he agreed to cooperate. And what he said confirmed everything. He admitted to being recruited through a back-channel network of corporate fixers, that Forsyth had been the go-between, that rulings were coordinated, that justice was for sale. Karoline's story didn't just reveal corruption, it cracked open the myth of impartial justice. And Elon? He walked out of that courthouse free, vindicated, and stronger than ever. Not because he had the best lawyers, but because someone had the courage to uncover the truth. A week later, Karoline sat down for one interview, just one. When asked why she did it, she said, "Because silence is comfortable, but the truth is necessary." If this story moved you, if you're tired of systems rigged in the shadows, and if you believe truth deserves a voice, then speak up. Share this story. Subscribe. Because this fight isn't over. And remember, corruption can only survive in silence. But when we shine a light on it, it runs. Stay curious, stay loud, and never stop asking questions.